Welcome, this is Captain Tom, and our story today is about a voyage to the North Country. It started in the planning stage about a year ago when BMW Motorcycles decided to have their national rally in St. Paul, Minnesota in July of 2014. So based on that, I worked out a plan of a trip to go see areas I've never really seen much before, especially the Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan upper state areas. So that's what we're going to do on this wonderful 25-day voyage. I look forward to sharing with you nice videos most of the days. And so let's begin and start this voyage. On the first day, Wednesday, I'll be starting out about 6 o'clock in the morning and heading northeast on the toll road 130, which is an 80-mile-per-hour toll road, and trying to get across the hot areas of Texas as I head into Palestine, Texas for a stop, and then also a final stop that day in Texarkana, which is right on the border with Arkansas and Texas. And we'll have a treat when we stop at Bryce's cafeteria. That's something from the old days, so stay tuned. Second morning we'll shove off and head over to see Hot Springs, Arkansas, and then head north up to Branson, Missouri, where I'll stop overnight and get ready for the big day on Friday, heading for Cape Girardeau. On Friday, the 18th of July, we'll head east, just above the Arkansas-Missouri border on the Missouri side, heading toward Cape Girardeau, Missouri. That's going to be a special treat and a hoot because we're going to meet the mayor and the former mayor, and there'll be a conference, a news conference when I arrive, and we'll explain what that's all about. And it's a lovely little town, and incidentally, home to Rush Limbaugh. That's where he was born. So we'll be getting there in the afternoon on Friday. Saturday, day 4, that's the 19th of July, we'll head out from Cape Girardeau, head over into Illinois briefly, and as we follow the Mississippi River northward, and we're going to stop at the town of Chester, Illinois, home to the creator of the cartoon series Popeye. Then we're going to head back across the river onto the Missouri side, stop at a little French settlement called St. Genevieve, and then we'll head into the St. Louis area, stop at a cute little diner. And then after that, we'll go see the Anheuser-Busch Clydesdales, which are on the farm of the former President Ulysses S. Grant. And then we'll see the beautiful cathedral in downtown St. Louis. And then head over to the Missouri Historical Society Museum. And then afterward, we'll head to the northwest part of town and stay with the Motorcycle Traveler Network, Randy and Diane, so we're looking forward to that very much. Sunday morning, the 20th, we'll head along the river, Mississippi River, until we get to the home of Mark Twain, Hannibal, Missouri, and stop and see some interesting sights, including his home, as well as an overview of the river. That should be quite pretty. Then we'll take a diversion and head due west to a little town most people don't know about, Marceline, Missouri. And that's the childhood home of Walt Disney. And the town inspired his love of the railroad and also Main Street. And there's a little museum there, which we're going to uncover and find out what it's all about. On Monday, July 21st, we'll leave early from Urbandale and head over in town to see the exhibit called Living Farms. It's supposed to be quite a sight. And then from there we're going to head north, crossing eventually the Minnesota border and seeing towns like Mankato, and also follow the Mississippi River and the headwaters heading toward St. Paul and Minnesota. And then finally, after that long day, we'll stop at Long Lake for a 2-day rest. From Tuesday until about Sunday, I'll be with the Silver Princess in the Minnesota, Minneapolis and St. Paul area, and attending the rally as Marta flies in on Wednesday night. We'll attend the BMW National Rally with 5,000 motorcyclists from Thursday all the way through Sunday. And then Sunday we're going to check out of our motel and then head over to friends we see every year come down to Texas. Pat and Craig, wonderful people. They're going to host us overnight Sunday night. On Monday, July 28th, Marta and I will be leaving the St. Paul area, heading northeast to Marquette along the Iron Mountain Range, stopping at the Iron Mountain Museum. And on this 342-mile passage, we're going to eventually reach Marquette, where we'll stay the night and rest up a bit. Then on Tuesday, July 29th, we'll head east and then cross over into South St. Marie Locks in Ontario, Canada, to observe the canal there and museum, and then we'll head back across and have lunch in Mackinac, Michigan, and then we'll head down the eastern side of the shores of Lake Huron to a little place called Alpena, Michigan, and then stay the night. On July 30th, we'll leave Alpena and head down and then across into Canada once again in Ontario to a place called Gads Hill, which is near Toronto, and the home of James and Eileen, another couple of the Motorcycle Travel Network that will put us up for 2 days. So that should be a lot of fun. On July 31st, we're going to head out from Gads Hill and head east and go visit some distant relatives who own Mother Parker's Teas and Coffee. Then we're going to go explore a cemetery where some distant relatives were buried, and then on to Hamilton, Ontario, where we'll meet with a reference librarian about ancestry and talk about my great-great-grandfather, John McPherson, who had a thriving shoe and boot factory in the area. On Friday, August 1st, we'll leave Gads Hill, Ontario, and head for Ann Arbor, Michigan. On the way, we're going to stop at Ford Park. That's a park set up in memory of Henry Ford, which has truck production there, as well as recreation of the early days of the Ford family, and also Thomas Edison, some other exhibits, including the Wright brothers bicycle shop, a recreation of the old days. And then we'll head to Ann Arbor for our Motorcycle Travel Network family stay. Saturday morning, I'll take Marta to the Detroit airport to fly home, and then I'll take the rest of the time to sightsee in the Detroit area, and then go to Mass later in the evening. On Sunday, I'll head out early for Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Museum, and hope to visit with my friend named Will, who lives nearby, take in the sights, take some lunch, and then afterward I'll say goodbye, and then I'll head off down to Dayton to stay with Motorcycle Travel Network friends Paul and Betty. Monday, August 4th, I'll use that day to go visit the National U.S. Air Force Museum on Wright-Patterson base, and then also going to visit the Packard Car Museum, and then also the Wright Brothers and Heritage Complex in the same area of Dayton. And then hopefully get to see a friend of ours, a father who's quite ill and aged in the area. On Tuesday, August the 5th, I'll head out, heading from Miamisburg to Fort Knox, where I will stay at the U.S. Army post for the night, and I'll also, en route that day, stop and see the Kentucky Derby Museum, as well as the George Patton Museum at Fort Knox before retiring for the evening. Wednesday the 6th, we'll head out from Fort Knox, heading for Robinsonville, Mississippi. That'll be about 386 miles to cover that day, and end up in the Horseshoe Casino in Robinsonville, Mississippi, to stay 2 nights with a dear friend and his wife, Mike, and his wife Janet, and that'll be very enjoyable. I sailed many years with Mike, great radio officer. Then on Friday, we'll head out from Robinsonville to Shreveport, Louisiana, and to stay at Barksdale Air Force Base. That'll be about 330 miles, and on the way we'll stop at a very interesting old, used to be a horseshoe of the Mississippi River. It'll be JJ's Cafe at Lake Village. It'll be a lot of fun. Last day of the 25-day trip will be 423 miles from Barksdale back to New Braunfels, but we're going to stop at 2 interesting destinations. One is Huntsville, Texas, and that's the state prison that has the most number of executions in the United States. And after that, on a brighter note, and a happier note, we'll head to College Station, which is home to Texas A&M University, and sightsee the campus. Never seen that before, and it's apparently very beautiful and has a very nice reputation. And then should be home by about 15:50 in the afternoon on Saturday, August the 9th. So stay tuned. This is going to be a wonderful voyage. I know you're going to enjoy it. Take care.